Lucid was a startup when it was overlooked by the traditional auto manufacturing industry in 2017, resulting in a roller coaster of an investment. The investment saw the same startup valued at a higher level than what a conventional automaker had dubbed it, a tiny fish. In today's video, we will amaze you with the fascinating events that resulted in a traditional car manufacturer missing out on a hugely profitable investment. Hello and welcome back to Emotion. Grab a drink or a bite to eat, sit back because as we unravel the hidden details behind Lucid Motors' rise to fame. A brief, something you might not have known. Lucid Motors has a long history as an EV startup, having started out as a battery company called Ativa in 2007 before transitioning to an EV startup. As the years progressed, Lucid Motors' all-electric The Air model continued to dazzle the crowds with its impressive track performance, reaching a top speed of 235 miles per hour or 378 kilometers per hour. However, following a decision to produce an electric vehicle in 2016, the company's efforts to bring the vehicle to market appeared to be slowing. After announcing its intention to build an electric vehicle manufacturing plant in Arizona in November 2016, the company did nothing while raising the $700 million needed to complete the project. Being a hot electric vehicle manufacturer, Lucid told investors that orders for its first cars have increased by another 30% in recent months, with particularly strong demand for the Lucid Air Dream Edition, the company's premium vehicle. Following that, it reached a major milestone. The company's market value soared to $91 billion, surpassing Ford's market value of $79 billion and General Motors' market value of $90.9 billion. Thanks to a surge in stock prices, MotorTrend named the Air their car of the year, which really is unprecedented for a first-generation automaker's first model, making November 2021 a truly historic month for the luxury brand. Surprising connection between Lucid and Ford. Lucid Motors was struggling to stay afloat at a time when other startups were taking off. That's likely why they have shifted their focus to looking into the possibility of selling the company, and they were rumored to be in talks with none other than Ford about doing so. Lucid reportedly contacted the Detroit automaker, not the other way around, according to reports. Ford was hesitant to make such a significant change at a time when the company was still adjusting to its new CEO. All that remained was for the luxury manufacturer to bring the Air to market after creating an amazing automobile program. Ford's expertise and financial resources may have made all the difference. Ford, on the other hand, had been lagging in its electric car efforts for several years, with a fully electric car built for the ground up with electric propulsion not expected until 2020. Between now and then, the corporation was converting gasoline-powered vehicles to electric vehicles, with a focus on hybrid vehicles rather than all-electric vehicles. The acquisition of Lucid may have given them the impetus to launch an entirely new all-electric program. They could have marketed their electric vehicles under the Lucid brand, which would have been far more profitable. Lucid to finally compete with Tesla. Electric vehicles have proven to be difficult to sell for traditional automakers. They frequently offer the same vehicles, but with a gasoline engine. The Ford Focus EV, for example, is nearly $10,000 more expensive than the Ford Focus with a gas engine, and dealerships have had trouble selling EVs because they make their money from service. Lucid had a difficult time deciding whether to build or sell its brand. Lucid Motors, an electric car startup, was faced with this decision after considering various purchase proposals. Simultaneously, it was raising funds to build its own assembly plant for the Air model line, which was seen as a direct in the media that Ford was no longer interested. It was widely assumed that the company had not given up on the deal. According to a source close to Lucid, Morgan Stanley assisted Lucid in obtaining funds for its fourth round of institutional financing in early 2017, and Ford's takeover bid came to a complete surprise. Ford was contacted by the bank to see if they were interested in taking part in the Series D. They came back and expressed an interest in purchasing it. However, it was difficult to see how a small company with no production vehicles could be of significant value to a behemoth like Ford. After all, Lucid was neither a battery technology pioneer nor a company that specialized in any type of autonomous system that Ford or another automaker might find appealing. Learning the hard way that developing a new electric vehicle is very expensive was a costly lesson for the luxury manufacturer. Ford, which was also strapped for cash, had turned down Lucid's offers, claiming that it had more pressing concerns and bigger fish to fry than owning the rights to the only electric vehicle on the horizon, capable of competing head-to-head with the Tesla Model S. Unfortunately, this was yet another example of the not-invented-here mentality that has plagued American automakers since the Coolidge administration. If you're interested in other fascinating things about Lucid Motors, then make sure to check out our video on Lucid Motors, what Lucid just did to Elon Musk and Tesla and why it changes everything. You can go check this out after the video. Saudi Arabia behind the success of Lucid. Despite the failure of the Ford purchase, Lucid Motors continued to develop their brand until they reached an agreement with Saudi Arabia, which now owns a large portion of the company. Ford, on the other hand, was able to secure significant financial investment in Rivian, which it was able to steal from competitor General Motors. Ford wasn't the only company interested in buying Lucid Motors. A number of other businesses were involved as well. Several other unnamed companies had expressed interest in buying the company. According to sources, Lucid received financial bids totaling $200 million for the company. The company is currently valued at $90 billion on the stock market. The stock market has rewarded Lucid Motors for its efforts, increasing the company's value to around $90 billion and surpassing the same traditional automaker Ford, which had previously refused to purchase luxury brands. Ford finished the day with a market capitalization of nearly $79 billion, and he lost because he was looking for a bigger fish than fry. Without a doubt, Ford blew a huge opportunity by failing to invest in the luxury brand in 2017. On the other hand, the Public Investment Fund saw the company's potential and invested a significant sum to acquire a majority stake. This is most likely why Peter Rawlinson has praised the Saudi-backed investors on several occasions, claiming that they came through when the company needed them the most. The company's new facility in Casa Grande, Arizona is nearing completion, and it expects to produce 200 air cars by the end of 2022 before introducing an electric SUV. It'll be a challenging task, there is no denying it. At the very least, the market view the to-do list as an almost limitless source of upside potential. Lucid Motors and their breathtaking features. Bi-directional charging will be available on the upcoming Lucid Air sedan, allowing for vehicle-to-vehicle as well as vehicle-to-grid charging. When an electric vehicle's battery runs out, it requires a tow truck because there is no practical way to deliver electricity to the automobile, which weighs over 1,000 pounds on its own. In an emergency, being able to charge an electric vehicle from another electric vehicle may prove to be more practical. This functionality is enabled via Lucid's unique Wonderbox technology, which serves as an onboard charging device and allows for this functionality. When it comes to competitiveness, Tesla and Lucid are both quick with their automobiles. They appear to be almost inseparable. Tesla may have an advantage in terms of acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour, which it can do in less than 2 seconds, whereas Lucid can accelerate from 0 to 80 miles per hour in about 2 seconds. When it comes to top speed, the Lucid Air appears to have a little advantage over the Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S, according to the manufacturer, can achieve speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. Lucid Air, on the other hand, is advertised as having a top speed of more than 200 miles per hour, with recent test runs claiming a top speed of 235 miles per hour. Although Lucid Air is smaller, it boasts more powerful drive units. The drive unit, which consists of a permanent magnet motor, a power inverter, and a transmission, has also progressed significantly in terms of miniaturization, resulting in a higher power-to-weight ratio as measured by horsepower per kilogram. The Air's driving unit has a power-to-weight ratio of 9, compared to 3 for competitors. Anyone who's familiar with the Tesla drive unit will recognize that the 3.2 HP per kilogram unit is what the electric vehicle market leader generates at its best. Finally, talking about efficiency, Lucid isn't leaving the spotlight here either. Efficiency has long been seen as one of the most important characteristics of an electric vehicle, particularly for long-distance travel. Increased efficiency leads to an increased driving range and the ability to travel long distances while charging. In comparison to the Tesla Model S, which gets 4 miles per kilowatt hour, Lucid predicts the Air can reach over 4.5. The Chevrolet Bolt, on the other hand, can produce up to 3.1 HP per kilogram. With a higher power-to-weight ratio, Lucid can make more room for other components or a larger passenger compartment, resulting in increased economy. What are your thoughts on this fashionable car label? Do you think it was wise of Lucid to go with the Saudi investment fund instead of Ford? Comment below. Before you leave, drop this video a like and subscribe to our channel.